This is a tiny Lego house. And today I'm going to be building 11 of them. From a level 1 house to a level 100 house. Each one getting bigger, more expensive, more dangerous, more secret, and more cursed. So anyway, let's go. Okay, for our level 1 Lego build, it's actually the world's smallest Lego house. Outside, I built this tiny flower, this doorbell, and this tiny mailbox which can fit a single envelope. And once you enter, you'll find that an actual minifig is living here. First, I built this chair which can also transform into a toilet. In front is this dining table, this puny TV screen, and this tiny kitchen with a sink and food. The house even has a second level. If you climb this ladder, you can sleep in this tiny bed, which is just big enough to fit a minifig. Wow, I think a literal prison cell has more room than this house. Comment if you would rather live here or be homeless. Okay, the next house on our list is the level 10 house, and this time I'm gonna build it somewhere very cold.
Ready to feel the difference in the way you work with multiple databases? DataGrip, a powerful
Because this next house is a tiny frozen igloo you'd find in the middle of the Arctic. I built half of the satisfying ball, which I made using these tiny plates. To enter, you crawl through this tiny hole on the front, and inside is a small room for someone to live. So I built this tiny bed, this table with food, and this small kitchen for someone to cook. This would be the perfect place to survive a winter storm. What happens if we put the sun next to it? Okay, we've now unlocked the level 20 house, but what makes this one special is that it literally moves. So I built this big Lego RV that someone can actually live in. But despite how big the RV is, once you enter, there's literally no space to even walk. So to fix that, I built part of the RV which actually slides out to allow room to walk. So I built this bed, this kitchen, a couch with a table, and a small bathroom with a toilet, sink, and shower. Okay, let's drive off to Legoland. Okay, it's time to build the level 30 Lego base, and for this one, I want it to be extremely secret and somewhere nobody would expect. So to do that, I'm gonna put it inside a literal toilet. Wow, there's actually a lot of space to build in here. So now we can lock in and cook up the base to put inside. And my plan is to build a secret survival shelter. I first added this bed, this wardrobe to put clothes, a couch. I even added a huge TV and a Nintendo Switch to play games. I even built a small kitchen, a dining table with some chairs, some emergency food rations, and some emergency survival weapons. Let's go. We're ready to add the base to our toilet, so let's see if it fits. Oh, let's go. There's no way someone's finding this. Let's go, it still flushes too. Okay, next up is the level 40 Lego house. And this time, I bought this big Lego set made from 600 pieces.
Purple stars in the bank, like I'm in free play.
Okay, the build is finished, and it's the house from the movie Up. There's this very unk man, this dog, and this squirrel. And the actual house itself is very colorful. Inside is this bed, this clock, this couch, and this music player. The house even has literal balloons attached to it, which means when I let go of it, it should levitate into the sky and fly. Yep, that did not work. So instead, I'm gonna attach actual balloons to the house and make it fly like it does in the movie. So I went to the store and bought their entire supply of balloons. Okay, I think we have enough. And we're gonna attach them one by one until the house lifts off the ground, starting with one balloon. Okay, what about 10 balloons? Okay, 20 balloons. I then tried 30 balloons. Oh, it's starting to lift off the ground. 40 balloons, 50 balloons, 60 balloons. Look at this. Oh my gosh, it's actually about to float. And finally, 70 balloons. Oh, let's go! I swear I'm not touching it. Wow, this is the most unemployed thing I've ever done, but this was definitely worth it. Okay, prepare for a rough landing. Okay, it's time to build the level 50 house, and this time I'm gonna build one that literally floats on water. So I built this huge expensive yacht that only the richest, most famous people in all of Lego City can afford. It has literally 3 levels. On the first level is a bedroom, a kitchen, a dining room, and a private bathroom with its own shower. On the second level is this gaming room with couches and this huge TV screen. And on the third level is where the captain sits and steers the boat. The boat even has a literal slide attached to it it, this tiny jet ski which attaches to the back, this small floaty. The boat even has its own hot tub and a literal landing pad for this futuristic drone that can transport minifigs on and off the boat. I built the boat from this huge Lego piece that actually floats, and I even attached this small motor on the bottom which will push the boat forward. So it's time to put this boat in real water and sail off to Legoland. Wow, okay, I think the boat is too tall and it also weighs too much. Okay, we built a house that moves and one in a literal toilet. But next, what if we build a house in space? So for the level 60 house, I'm gonna build a literal survival base on the moon that an actual person could live in. I made 3 separate buildings and I connected them by these small tubes that can transport people between them. This first one is a small sleeping pod full of beds, this air purifier so people don't die, and this special high-tech spacesuit that literally lets you fly. In the second building, I built a small indoor garden so we can grow, cook, and eat our own source of food. And in this third final building, I built this small science laboratory with a computer, this rock full of rare crystals, and a high-tech AI robot to assist us. Okay, for this next Lego house, I'm gonna build one in an ancient Egyptian pyramid. Wow, this pyramid is huge, which means we have plenty of space inside to build. And you might be wondering, how the heck do you enter it? Well, it turns out I built a secret doorway, which opens when you pull this tiny Lego piece. Once you enter the pyramid, you'll find this huge throne room for a pharaoh. I built him his own throne made of diamonds, a servant to prepare him food, and another servant to read him messages. And for those who disobey the pharaoh, I built this prison and this cage full of snakes. I even built a secret room inside this pyramid. If you move the pharaoh's throne to the side, I built this tiny treasure room with a literal mummy inside. Okay, so we built a house in a pyramid, but next, what about a literal castle? Okay, the castle is finished and it's extremely dangerous. It's protected by this huge deadly pit which surrounds the entire castle, and I filled it with literal lava using these clear orange pieces, so if you try entering, you'll simply fall to your death. The castle is even protected by these guards armed with bows and these tiny spikes on the wall, so if you try climbing it, you'll get poked in the face. The only true way to enter is this drawbridge, which can lower and raise to allow people to cross the lava. Okay, now we're ready to build a house to go inside the castle, so I built a tiny peaceful home where a literal king is living. Outside is this well and this tiny farm full of chickens, which is an unlimited food glitch. Okay, let's see if the castle can protect the king. Okay, one bro disappeared, but the castle survived.
I just built a budgeting app.
What? How?
Base 44. Look, it pulls our expenses.
Okay, we're only one house away till our level 100 house, but first is the level 90 house. So for this one, what if we build a house on top of a literal skyscraper? So I built this giant tower with several levels, and on the very top we can put our house. So I built this luxurious, expensive penthouse where you literally live in the sky and have a view of all of Lego City. I built a private landing pad for a literal helicopter, so the person living here can fly back and forth from their house and the Lego store. I also built this tiny cactus and this huge swimming pool which literally hangs over the edge of the building and seems physically impossible. I built the water using these tiny studs. I even built the entire pool from glass so you can see below you as you swim. Just pray it doesn't break. Oh, there he is. I even built this tiny platform with a literal bungee jump. And once you enter the house, I built this tiny apartment, this bed, a couch, a large kitchen, and this expensive PC for gaming and streaming. I even built this tiny bathroom with a toilet and shower. Wow, we're so high in the sky that planes have to avoid hitting us. Let's see if it can survive some wind. And now, it's time for the final boss, most expensive and biggest house of them all. And I'm gonna build this one on its own private island. Okay, the house is finished and I built it for this famous rich Lego man. And it has literally everything you could possibly dream of having in a home. Like its own private water park, an NBA-sized basketball court, and a literal rock climbing wall where if you make it to the top, you win the newest free iPhone. I even built this house its own boat to transport people on and off the island. The house itself is even made from 3 separate levels. On the first is this huge aquarium with rare exotic fish, and this dream gaming room with a gaming PC and this driving simulation game. On the second level, I built an indoor movie theater with a popcorn machine, an outdoor trampoline, a bed made of money, and a literal bath where you can bathe in money. And for the third final floor, I built a small skateboard park, a mini golf course, and I even built a literal indoor roller coaster. And now that our Lego house is finished, it's time to invite the people of Lego City to pull up and celebrate.
I be shot steed up, yeah, like a ninja go. Protect the golden weapons, yeah, I can't let go. I be shot.
But just as they're doing that, it looks like we've received an emergency tsunami warning. No way, they actually survived. Comment what I should build next, subscribe, thanks for watching.
Pull up with my ninjas and say